Nerdaholics.
Hello.
How are you doing? I'm Sean.
Jack. Hello.
Yeah. And welcome back to our Pitching Doctor Who series. By yours truly, really. He's the one who comes up with these ideas. I'll just sort of say if they're any good or not, because I'm an arsehole like that.
But this is how it works, because you can't just say it out loud. You've got to pitch it to someone.
Oh yeah,
if you're
exactly.
not pitching it to someone, then what's the point?
Yeah, true.
If I was just ranting at you, it would be a fan fiction, and fan fictions aren't necessarily all that good unless you have another voice. But to make it work.
Absolutely. Brilliant.
This is episode 1. Obviously,
Like to start at the beginning, don't we?
I start at the beginning. Well, if we're doing that, it's technically episode 4 or whatever.
No. There we go. All right. Intriguing.
I'm not going to tell you what the title is for this episode that I've got down here.
Yeah.
You probably already know this because I sent you the text message saying what they were.
Yes,
but
you did.
The point is, in the comments, I would love to see what you guys think this should be called.
Yeah, absolutely. Suggestions are more than welcome because I was going to say they may well be better, but they probably will be better than anything that I can suggest to you as a title.
I'll say what the title is at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
but it's
chime in with your additions, subtractions, all that.
Thoughts
all
and
that
opinions
fun jazz.
are welcome because this is a pitch. It's
Exactly.
not like fan fiction that I'm dedicated heart and soul to.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So.
Shall we begin?
So before we start, the rules.
The rules, right?
Okay, we have to work with Doctor Who.
Don't talk about Fight Club. sorry, wrong franchise.
What are you doing?
I'm derailing this already. Sorry. Carry on.
We have to work with Doctor Who as is right now.
So Jodie Whittaker, 30th
Jodie,
Doctor,
Graham, Ryan, and Yaz.
Right, the planks are us. I mean,
those are the consistent factors we have to work with.
Because this is what makes it an interesting challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if we just did it any other way, it wouldn't be worth doing. Because you could write anything and it would work.
Yeah, and also if you're trying to pitch an idea for eras of Doctor Who that were quite good, then it wouldn't be quite as well. It'd still be fun, but it would be quite as challenging as I.
You can take anything I'm about to pitch and put it in say Tom Baker or Matt Smith, or John Pertwee or Christopher Eccleston, and it would work and it'd be fun.
It's still applicable, but it makes it more interesting to do it.
It's more interesting to try and do it this way.
About this
if it's not a challenge, it's not worth doing.
Indeed.
TARDIS appears on Elba Island, 1814.
Oh, so we're doing an historical episode.
Lovely. This is where Napoleon was exiled to, just after he lost the Napoleon Wars.
Yeah.
But before he went to do the whole Battle of Waterloo.
Yeah.
He was there for about 9 months. Historical perspective.
Perception filter.
Yeah. So he was there for about 9 months.
Yeah.
He actually did a lot to improve the quality of life there for a lot of people. But that's not what we're going to focus on.
That's dangerous ground, folks. Yeah.
Now we're just gonna have a background comment of Napoleon talking to the captain of his guard, who is going to be a bloke called Philippe Lasson, as a French name I found on Google.
He's done his research. This is impressive, folks. Yeah. Like and subscribe.
There's going to be about 600 guards there. I don't know how many guards were actually originally there. I've looked at various websites and couldn't find an actual number, but it doesn't matter for the purpose
for the historians among you all. Let us know. Yeah.
TARDIS arrives. They come out where are we? What's going on? What's that over there? Are these my feet? What's that? Is this the sun? Because that's what.
Is this my brain?
That's what they got.
Yeah.
And this is when Philippe Lasson, captain of the guard of Napoleon's guard, captures them and says right, we don't know who you are.
You sound English, so
you sound English. We're taking you off to see the boss. And
it's a terrible French accent, but work what you got.
And this is when the Doctor's ooh, hang on. That's a French accent, and I think we're here in.
That's a bit French, isn't it?
That's a bit French, isn't it? We're off the coast of Spain on Elba Island, which means, your boss must be Napoleon. And Philippe Lasson's what the hell?
How did you know?
How did you know that?
Yeah.
Anyway, they go off. This is early evening, by the way.
Okay.
Time frame.
Nice context.
Yeah. As they walk off.
Oh, Beanieholics, by the way. This is a special Beanieholics episode. Yeah.
As they walk off. Something flashes down in the background.
Yeah.
Crash lands.
Okay.
We're not talking about that just yet, but we'll in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Foreshadowing.
So.
All his notes are right there, by the way. But I'm literally doing my level best not to look.
I'll turn this slightly away.
Probably a good idea.
Easier.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Something crash lands in the background. It's a pod.
Yeah.
Opens up. three-fingered hand comes out.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
It's holding like a scanner, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you know so far.
Okay.
Right. So then we get a brief chat with Napoleon about history.
Yeah.
We're not going to go too in depth to it because the real history of Napoleon, in terms of what he did with his army.
Doctor Who's all kind of a bit revisionist when it comes to history.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're not going to get into the obviously really quite nasty stuff he allowed his army to do, but we're going to talk about how he revolutionised military tactics and that sort of stuff. We're going to keep fairly clean cut.
Yeah.
Now, because Jodie likes to have the SJW stuff in there, this is where you can insert it.
Yeah, Rosa.
This is where you can insert it and have it be okay, but you can move on.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we're doing this with fucking Napoleon. Historical figure, but
not quite as obvious as Hitler.
Not as obvious as Hitler, but you can do this and it will work.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we have another shot of whatever came out of the pod.
Right.
There's going to be like 8 or 9 of them.
8 or 9. Okay, so like as an invasion, a sort of an invasion. More like a reconnaissance kind of like.
More of a commando raid.
More of a commando raid. Oh yeah.
You're
for warmongering.
Yes.
Like a warrior race almost.
Almost.
Right.
If you're watching this episode, you'll get who they are straight away. But obviously, for the purposes of yourself, you don't know this yet.
I don't know. I'm just making a guesstimation.
Making a guesstimation.
Yeah.
And you see them walking around Napoleon's like house because he had a big old fuck off estate.
Right? Well, yeah, several.
Several.
Yeah.
But and they're like putting like little like obvious things that look like bombs.
Yeah.
Obviously bombs because that's what they are.
Yeah.
But we do make it like little bombs. Anyway, and then we're going to go back to the conversation between the Doctor, Yaz, Graham, and Ryan.
The fam.
As they're having a chat with Napoleon, and an explosion goes off.
Right. So they've cut to that bit, and then now you've got the explosion.
You've got the explosion going off in the background.
Got it. Yeah.
So, but it's not just one. There's obviously several little explosions because this is a commando raid. This is like a professional commando raid.
Yeah.
Professional commando raid. Right. So, and Philippe Besson runs back into him. It's like, sacré bleu, invaders. Obviously,
hello, French viewers.
Obviously, in a better French voice than that.
Agreed. No, but that's right.
They'll do it properly for the episode. We're just taking this shit.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine. It's fine.
And the soldier's like, oh my god, we're being attacked by monsters. And the doctor's like, what the hell? Runs to the window, looks outside.
Now I'm interested.
Sees laser fire.
Right.
Laser fire.
Lasers.
Laser.
Yeah.
Lasers. But can hear normal gunshots as well.
Right.
Obviously, this is back in the day when you had guns that fired like 1 round a minute, but you have to like reload
muskets.
round rots. Yeah, muskets, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck?
We love you, Sharp.
We love you, Sharp. Napoleon, Doctor, Fam, they all go outside. They find the captain of the guard, and that's when we get our reveal. For those who have been watching this already, you find out it's not like a random alien, it's Sontarans.
Oh, da, da, da. Almost like, like the revelation in Invasion of Time where they suddenly turn up after 4 episodes. Yeah.
They're Sontarans. It's a Sontaran commando raid.
Right, yeah.
And it's like you're thinking, why is there a Sontaran commando raid going after Napoleon's camp?
Well, they want to show them how it's done, don't they?
Here's where we're going.
Oh, here we are.
Right. They go their separate ways. You've got the fam go off with Philippe Lasson to watch the French troops get themselves set up.
So are they his prisoners at this point, or are they just?
No, it's just kind of escalated to the point where they don't care anymore.
Right. Okay.
It's that sort of scenario.
Right.
You look at something like what's the one with the Ice Warriors on the submarine?
Cold War.
Yeah.
Your favourite Doctor Who episode.
My favourite Doctor Who episode because I can't remember
the name of it. What does that tell you? No, it was a good.
It tells you that beer kills my brain.
It was a good episode. It was a good episode.
Anyway,
I'm being an arsehole.
I know that's the point. It's fine.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's like they stopped caring that they were prisoners after like 5 minutes. And
after this,
that's what we're doing here.
Fucking alien menace decided to get involved.
This is what we're doing with this.
Yeah. Cool.
So the fam go off with like Philippe Lasson to get the troops organised.
Yeah.
Because I've got nothing for them to do in this episode.
Well, like Chibnall then. So you're no worse than he is at this point.
No.
Well, you're actually better because you're establishing.
I'm acknowledging that I have nothing for them to do.
Yeah, because
actually I do have something for Ryan and Graham to do later. But
the ones we actually give a shit about anyway.
So you could have Yaz stay with the Doctor and it wouldn't change anything.
No,
it really wouldn't.
Especially for the fucking shippers out there.
It just says who. It just changes who says what. That's all. But we're not going to go down that route. Anyway.
Right.
So they go outside, and the Sontarans attack the guards.
Yeah.
Like, the guards who are in the immediate vicinity. There's like 600 guards on this island. It's like it's a big.
Just to confirm, so they're on land now.
They're all on land.
They're all on land, right?
Yeah,
okay.
all on land. They've been on land the entire time.
They've been okay because for some reason I just thought that they were on boats. I don't know why. I just imagined Napoleon and like ships because it's because I've been playing Napoleon Total War recently. And
Damn it,
like
boy.
an Empire Total War, so I just associate that with
Learn your
with
perspectives.
ships. Yeah,
bastard.
yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
they've all been on land the entire
Yeah.
time. Anyway, there's been like 20 guards outside. They've all been cut down by the Sontarans because of course they have.
Well, yeah, obviously.
These are Sontaran commandos, and these are guys with guns who fire 1 round a minute if they're good at it. Like the Sontaran leader grabs Napoleon and drags him off.
Nice.
Drags him off, and he's like, "Cover my escape." To like the others.
Yeah.
There's like 6 left. We're just gonna say there's like 7 of them.
Yeah.
6 commandos and the leader.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna say.
Is the leader? Is he a Sontaran we know of? Although I suppose most of them are dead now, aren't they?
At this point, it doesn't matter. If you
No.
want it to be, we can change it. Hence why it's a pitch.
Indeed.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's Sontaran.
Have fun, mate. Sorry.
That Sontaran drags Napoleon off, right? So the Doctor is like, "What the hell's going on? Why are they kidnapping Napoleon?"
Yeah.
So the Doctor runs off around the side alley, and you got the French army, like guards trying to fight the Sontarans, and we're gonna get a comedic moment here.
Oh.
Comedic moment where it's like, where you're gonna have Graham and Ryan, because I reckon these two could work quite well as a comedic duo if you do it right.
Yeah. Well, they've got potential.
They got the chemistry.
Well, obviously Graham does. Bradley Walsh does. Tozen Cole's a bit. But
there's the potential.
He needs to just. The problem with Tozen Cole is that he's just sort of a bit uptight. You know what I mean? If you just sort of like
relax a little
pissed
bit.
about a bit.
Relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Go.
He's not quite. I never thought I would say this about this particular character in Doctor Who, but he's not quite Mickey, is he?
No, he's not quite Mickey.
And I never ever thought I would be saying that as a positive about fucking Mickey Smith, but there we are.
But here's what's going to happen, right? Yaz and the Doctor will run off. We'll have Mickey and Graham. Not Mickey.
Oh no! What have I done? But yeah, there we go. There's my pitch. Swap Ryan for Mickey and Idiot. Yeah.
He would be better instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Ryan. Yeah.
So Ryan, Yaz will go after the Doctor. Ryan and Graham will stay there with the French soldiers who are fighting the Sontarans. They're not going to do any fighting themselves because we don't need them to do that. That's not the point.
I suppose you can do the whole thing of like. The Doctor could be like, "Oh yeah, you're all coming with me," and he's like, "No, these are my grandson. Blah, blah, blah. We'll stick together." Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly.
We'll just say they get separated by an explosion.
Yeah,
it's fighting. It's fine.
Fighting.
Here's how we're going to get rid of the 6 Sontaran commandos, because we're just going to assume all 6 of them are still alive at this point, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have it. This is where the little joke comes in for the humour.
Yeah.
At least the big joke for this episode.
Yeah.
Because it's like, "Hey, do you not know what Napoleon's famous for?" And one of the Sontarans is going to be like, "Yes, we do. Why?" "Well, you clearly don't. Cannons." They're basically going to, but from the side, there's going to be like 6 cannons standing, like 5-6 cannons there.
Yeah.
And it's going to just have to be exact because obviously it's a TV, it doesn't matter too much. But they'll fire the cannons will fire because even Sontarans in Sontaran armour will get fucked over by a point blank range cannon shot.
Especially shot from behind.
Exactly.
Especially if you aim it right in the back of the necks.
Right back of the necks.
Yeah.
So the Doctor and Yaz, because Yaz is going to be with her now, because that's what we just established.
Because shipping.
Exactly. They're going to go around the corner and they're going to find the Sontaran leader, and he's got like 2 little plugs on Napoleon's head.
Okay.
And he's like, "I'm here to," and they're like, "What are you doing here?" "I'm here to remove Napoleon's brain."
Okay.
I want.
That's pretty like near the mark actually.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to go back to.
Yeah. We want Napoleon's brain. We have got several brains from several military commanders all over the universe.
Right.
We've got Dragoth of the planet Jarl. We have Sharp of the planet Frasier. And we have Sean of the planet Nerdaholics.
Yeah!
Now we need Napoleon of the planet Earth. That's where they're going with this.
Right, cool, yeah.
And the Doctor's been like, "Well, I'm not going to let you do that, because I don't know what you need it for. I'm just not going to let you do it.
Yeah. Even though, you know, she'd be like, well, you know,
Yeah.
I can't get, you know, that would affect, even though Napoleon was a bastard, that will completely, like, you know, interfere with Earth's history and
exactly.
And that's where the problem comes in. Yeah.
So, they're also going to drop mention of the Rutans.
Well, you have to with Sontarans, really, don't you?
That is kind of key for where we're going.
The ongoing war with the Rutans and the Sontarans.
That's where we're going to go with all this.
Yeah.
So, it's like, you know, we're not going to go too much into it. It's just a case of like...
But that's what it's been like.
That's what it's been.
That Sontaran history.
Yeah.
There's always been that little hint of it, and then obviously we got them in horror of fan. Well, we sort of got them in horror of fan rock, but they never really expanded on them after that.
So, because this is like a one and done episode, there's only 2 parts to this.
So this is just an individual episode.
One episode on its own. There's no cliffhanger. There's no 2 parts to this. The Doctor's gonna be like, sonic screwdriver that shit. We'll come up with some sci-fi mumbo jumbo as to why.
Jiggery pokery. Yeah.
The little pod things on Napoleon's head will break. And it's like, well, it doesn't work because I just stopped it with my sonic screwdriver. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
End of. This is when Ryan, Philippe Lasson, and Graham run around the corner.
Yeah.
So Philippe Lasson's our French captain character. As they run around the corner, the Sontarans can take a couple of shots and shoot him.
Yeah.
But not Graham.
Graham Ryan. Right. Yeah. Okay.
And they're gonna run. The Sontaran commander's gonna be like, haha, well, you can save him or stop me, blah blah blah, and run off.
Yeah.
The Doctor, being the Doctor, is like, okay, right. Well, Doctor does a quick scan with the sonic screwdriver. Well, your blood won't work from Yaz. Your blood won't work, Graham. Your blood won't work, Ryan, because you're the wrong blood type. It'll actually kill him. Hang on, I'm a Time Lord. My blood's slightly different. Quick scan.
It's non-human.
It's non-human,
but
it's not going to kill you. It will help you.
Yeah.
So, quick blood transfusion. We'll just come up with a MacGuffin from the sonic screwdriver that will allow that.
Fucking MacGuffin. Fucking J.J. Abrams.
It's a quick MacGuffin. It's a
MacGuffin's more interesting than you.
MacGuffin's more interesting because it leads to something later on.
That's what we like to hear.
Anyway, so the idea is the Doctor does something using a sonic screwdriver to give some of her blood, or its blood, his blood, whatever, over to Philippe Lasson, and that basically sorry, the missus has walked in during the video.
Hello, Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
Hello.
Interrupting the video we're making.
No, it's great. You'll probably boost our viewers by about 200%.
The Doctor does a blood transfusion to keep this guy alive.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so next day, all the fires from the explosions are out, all the Sontarans are gone.
Right.
The Sontaran commander just got away.
Okay, so he's gone back to the fleet.
He's gone back to the fleet, as it were. It's like,
they're
also like, well, they didn't get Napoleon's brain, so this is kind of a victory. All the fires are out. Yes, some people died. It kind of sucks, but you know what? It's fine, and that's okay. And Napoleon's like, well, I kind of feel really invigorated by this because this is really quite exciting.
Right.
And hence why we can make a little joke or two about going to Waterloo for...
Oh, so this is what spurred them on to go
back to Waterloo.
So the Sontaran, the Battle of Waterloo was the Sontaran's fault the whole time. Right, okay.
We'll chuck in a joke about that, and you know, have the Doctor be like, everyone goes in the TARDIS, the Doctor pokes her head out and goes like, hey, say hello to Wellington for me at Waterloo. Bye! Click.
Door
Good
goes.
luck. TARDIS disappears.
Dun 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 dun.
No, not yet.
Or what they could do, they could like tease that and go dun dun dun. Wait a minute.
No. That's not the stinger. Here's the stinger.
Oh, the stinger.
So what we're going to do?
Oh my god.
Shush, woman.
She loves it.
So, the stinger at the end of the episode is that Sontaran commando leader that got away.
We're going to call him Steyr because for old school reasons.
Yeah, Steyr for old school reasons. Anyway, right. So we see him walking along like a gangway in like a Sontaran ship.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter too much of the detail. And he walks up to like his high. He can walk up to a Sontaran. You're not gonna see the face, you don't know the name, but they have like a badass metal robot arm and a badass little robot metal eye.
Oh, like Garrus from Mass Effect.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. And they're gonna be like, was your mission successful? Primary objective failed, but secondary objective achieved. They have a scanner, hits a button on the scanner, projection comes up in Napoleon's brain. They scanned a full copy of Napoleon's brain while they were down there.
Because they're a race of clones, they cloned his brain.
His brain.
Oh,
and that's your end of your episode. Right.
Hey.
There is one last bit of this as well before it goes straight into the music though.
Right.
Just as the TARDIS fades away,
Yeah.
on Philippe Lasson's eyes,
Yeah.
is going to do the little golden glow from regeneration.
Oh, so what was that? The master then?
No. Well, I'm not telling you because that's like episode 9 from this. This is a series arc we're doing.
A series arc, so we're going to get to that in a later on video. That makes sense.
Yeah. So that was so the episode title I have for this is Sontaran Tactics. So as a pitch, where do we go from here?
Well, as a pitch, I do like the idea of the Sontarans getting involved in Earth's history because that's something that they've done in the past. Bye, Ellie.
See you later.
Bye, Ellie.
Bye, Ellie.
I'm going to bed now.
Bye, Mrs.
No, I won't keep him up too much longer. Don't worry.
Sean.
You too, my dear. I just because it goes back to the Time Warrior and again getting involved in like, Earth's history and stuff like that. So that sort of stuff I do like. Me, this isn't any offence to you. It seems more like the first sort of like 20 minutes of the story, kind of thing. And then if that was, I think it needs to be a 2-parter personally, because I think there's so much going on all at once. I think it needs to be a little bit spaced out, so you can get like because you're involving fucking Napoleon and all that sort of context to it. It'll be interesting to sort of see a bit of that stuff most of that stuff in the first episode, and then right at the end, not right at the end, but halfway through. It's building up to these things that are invading. They don't know what it is, and it's all a bit sort of like, what's going on here? Back in the day where they, didn't have any idea of like space travel and all this stuff. And then towards the end, like in the kind of, like I was saying before, in the kind of sort of like invasion of time reveal. Then it turns out, then the Sontarans turn up, and then you've got the Doctor going, oh no. Like, if it wasn't bad enough that that we're in, like, we've been captured by Napoleon, and now the Sontarans have turned up, who are like fucking, like the universal Napoleons. Yeah. So and then
this is why they work for Napoleon. But whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So then you go, and then that's the cliffhanger for part 1, and then part 2 is all more about the Sontaran part of it.
Yeah.
But other than that, the ideas were brilliant.
Okay.
But I do think something like that. I think it will work quite nicely as a 2-parter.
Right.
Personally.
Cool. I'm going to go for a quick slash. Then we'll do number 2.
All right. Enjoy it.